Pulaski County is a rural community. Multiple generations have enjoyed manufacturing and agriculture. And just like every rural community, not just in Virginia, but across the country, communities are challenged with population decline. And in our particular case, we've recognized that.
Areas like Pulaski and other parts of rural Virginia, you see kind of a consistent theme of underinvestment in housing options.
Part of the housing challenge here in Southwest Virginia is the buildings, the units, there's not enough of them. So it's hard to get a developer to come in from Richmond or Northern Virginia to do a project in Southwest Virginia when it's only going to be 20 or 30 units. But a project like this here at Pulaski Lofts it's 100 units. It's more than these communities are normally seeing.
This, of course, is a historic school. It's on the National Register of Historic Places. It really is kind of an iconic site, so we're leaning into that majestic presence and offering that as a distinguished place to live. In Pulaski Lofts, we have 103 apartments. It's a multifamily community, so rental, and these are folks that are usually out of school. They're working, they're singles, couples, couple of small families here and there. Because we're sort of coloring within the lines of the historic fabric, you're really confined to putting apartments in former classrooms or settings like we're sitting in, like the former auditorium. So they're very inefficient buildings, but efficiency isn't the watchword here. Adaptive reuse is. We're trying to take a building that was very important to the community, that has fallen out of its useful life, and then really chart a course for its future.
Yeah, projects like this just don't happen. It really requires a very strong partnership, unique partnership.
One of the odd facets of adaptive reuse is using the historic tax credits. But between the start of the project and that happy moment, we've got to spend a lot more money than a normal bank will lend us. So somebody has to step into that breach and be a bridge lender.
Once we get invited to the project, which is very early stage looking at the numbers, if we have connections in the community, we can make those between the developer and the locality, because not one person could ever get any of these projects done. It takes a team.
Locus Bank is a wonderful lending institution. And to me, as a historic property developer, the value that they provide is the fact that they can have vision, that they can color outside the lines of traditional lending. They want to hear the story of the town. They value the fact that local leadership are active participants in the deal. They value the economic development context and the community revitalization context.
It's a little bit of everything that Locus shoots for, the mission of providing affordable housing in communities that need it. It's bringing developers to communities that don't have a developer that could do something like this. It's convincing the locality that something like this can work. We've seen it work. So it hits every part of our mission to provide creative captive funding for localities.
I love the fact that they're a mission-driven bank. That has made all the difference in the 4 or 5 deals I've done with Locus. Really, it takes that combination of a wonderful place with the ideal building, with progressive and aggressive leadership to make these projects move forward.
Locus was right, Echelon was right, the town of Pulaski was right, and the county of Pulaski was right in saying this is going to work. A project like this is really just part and parcel of a larger vision and a larger initiative of a community, and what we call our 40 by 30 initiative. And that is really striving to have 40,000 people call Pulaski County their home by 2030. The future and the history to be created here, the people who will come through and contribute to our community in ways we don't know yet, is so exciting.